Hello, I'm David Ball. Okay, I screwed that up. Hello, I'm David Ball. I'm the Applications Engineering Manager at Hendrickson Suspension. I'm here to go over 3 application questions that will be very helpful to me to help you specify the right trailer. The first question I'd like to talk about is, what type of trailer do you have? There's a bunch of different types of trailers. We say there's on-highway trailers and vocational trailers. Generally, on-highway trailers are things like box trailers or refrigerated trailers. The vocational trailers, the bigger ones are your flatbeds, your dump trailers, your tanker trailers. There's a whole host of trailers beyond that. It's helpful to me to understand exactly what type of trailer you have before I make a suspension recommendation. For example, if you tell me I've got a flatbed trailer, I have a very good understanding of what your trailer is and what the requirements are and what kind of suspension it's going to need. There's different types of trailers out there well beyond these common ones that could be unique and things that I've never heard of. For example, a custom-made trailer with hydraulic fluid tanks built into it that's going to be driven off-road into South America. That's not something I deal with day in and day out, but I've had to deal with in the past. And in those kind of cases, sending me a drawing, sending me a PDF, maybe a line sketch, something to give me an idea, and I can use that and try to relate it to what is it most similar to, and that's a basis for making a suspension recommendation. Second question to go over this and critical is axle loads. The normal axle loading on a trailer is usually 17,000 pounds on a closed space trailer, or 20,000 pounds for a single axle or widespread trailer. Those are for your run-of-the-mill 80,000 pound trailer rolling across the interstates in the United States. If you've got something different than that, it's critical that I know that. Our suspensions at Hendrickson are typically going to be your 20,000 to your 30,000 pound ratings. If you're running, say, a permanent load in a place like New York City, you might be running true 25,000 pound axle loads. If you're doing that, we do not want to spec out a 23K suspension because it's not going to work, it's not going to hold up. So understanding exactly what your axle loads are critical for making the right suspension recommendation. Last question I'm going to go over with you today is ride height. Understanding ride height is critical to make sure we get the right suspension specified for you. Ride height, as we define it, is basically center of the axle to where the suspension mounts onto your frame. For ride height, there's low ride height trailers, there's higher ride height trailers. Something like a drop deck trailer, usually going to have a 6.5 inch ride height, could be a little lower, could be a little higher. Not all of our suspensions are available at 6.5 ride height. We're not going to spec you out with an AANT or an AAT for a drop deck trailer. If we know the ride height is going to be, say, 19 inches, it's most likely we're going to give you a top mount suspension. Making sure we have the ride height correct is critical. If you don't have enough suspension upward travel and enough suspension downward travel, you will get into durability issues and not be satisfied with your ride suspension. Either way is poor for the suspension. Not enough up, not enough down. Both of those cause problems. Getting the right ride height is critical to make sure you have suspension travel in both directions. If you have any questions regarding how to choose the right suspension for your fleet's application, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I'm happy to offer advice and answer questions you may have. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.